Storytelling. Hey, we're talking about storytelling to increase memorability in your marketing. I'm reading Fox and Socks this morning with Junie, and I also want to talk to you about ways that you can work in storytelling into your marketing. And there's a really good podcast coming out on this on Saturday, but I'm going to hand the baby off to Mama. And here you go. And talk about this a little bit. 1 second. Junie's doing great, by the way, for anyone wondering. She is incredibly sweet. But yeah, storytelling. Great podcast coming out on Friday about this with Charles Antis from Antis Roofing and Waterproofing in California. And I want to talk about some ways that you can work in storytelling right now. So I just did this past week. I'm sure some of you saw it, but I took a picture of, or I had a picture of when I was just starting out. And I kind of shared some details from that and talked about kind of the adventure that it's been running a business. And that posted really well. And some of you have some pictures like that of you when you were a young business owner. And I think you would do well to share those kind of rhythmically and regularly to remind people that you just didn't start off with a successful business. And I think... so that's one way. Share a story of when you're just starting out with a picture of you as a young business owner. Another way, so I'm going to share a quick story of like the last few years so I can kind of demonstrate this. We had a leak in our office, and I actually at the time I took like photos and like video of it. It was just raining down, and I was like calling it a rainforest cafe because just a terrible leak. And it was in a basement office and no windows or anything for years and years. And I was talking to my lead SEO about it, who's still our lead SEO, and I was like, hey, we really need a new office, dude. And he's like, it's frivolous. And I disagreed. And I was like, no, we really need a new one because look at all this water like coming into our office. And he didn't think it was a big deal. But then I went off to International Builder Show in Vegas, and I got a video from him that was just water pouring down onto the computers in our basement office. And it was that moment that that he said, all right, let's get an office that doesn't have a bunch of coming into it. So what could you use for stories? I think you could use giving away a new roof. I know a lot of you guys do this, and I know a lot of you get like Charles Antis talks about this. He talked about it in our podcast that's going out Friday, but he has a very compelling story about giving away a new roof to a family that needed it, and why. It kind of speaks to why this is an amazing profession that changes people's lives, and that it also shows your heart as an organization. And storytelling is not just about your prospects for leads and marketing and new business. It's also a medium for helping the people on your team get excited and passionate about what they're doing. So it gets more intense, and then resolution. And I thought one thing that Charles shared on the podcast that I really liked is about how you can't leave them in the conflict for that long. You have to kind of go through that somewhat quickly. And he talks about the chemicals in our brains that get activated in storytelling. Like I'm saying, it's essentially something that is, it creates memory. Humor helps with memory and recall, and stories help with memory and recall, and all the statistics support this. So if we could learn to master storytelling, and I'm working on it, if we could learn to master storytelling and humor, we'll be way better at marketing. I've got stories, so I want to intermix those in here, and I might do a post about this today. But one time I was looking for a new job. This would be an employee branding story that I'd like to tell people. Hey, I was looking for a new job in marketing. No one wanted to talk to me, man. Just a young kid 10 years ago. I couldn't get a free internship in Minneapolis. I mean, I did eventually. I worked at a restaurant and did a marketing internship there and got to work at corporate eventually, but I was calling people and I was talking to marketing agencies in the area, and a marketing agency owner who had 40 employees, I was talking to him and I let it slip that I want to have my own business one day. I want to have my own business one day, I said. And he, without missing a beat, goes, "You shouldn't have told me that. I hate it. Don't ever tell somebody that you're interviewing with that you want to do that. You'll create, you think that I want to create competitors?" And he yelled at me. He literally raised his voice to the point of yelling and screamed at me. And that moment, I kind of resolved myself that I'm not going to be that kind of business owner. And the years following, actually, I did take his advice a little bit, to be honest with you, but I just want to be, I changed my mindset about what I want to be and what I want the industry to be. I want it to be somewhere where we can actually, the people that want to be entrepreneurs can work for me. I want to be able to work with people that are, entrepreneurial desire. And I think some of the people that have entrepreneurial desire are the best employees. And years later, I interviewed somebody and they told me they want to have their own business one day. And I said, good. I'm glad that you want to have your own business. You know what? That shows initiative. That shows drive. That shows a lot of stuff. And it shows being enterprising. And I want people that work for me that are enterprising. And for now, guess what? Running a business is super hard. I want to show you everything I possibly can about running a business. And it's going to be tough for you when it's time, but I want to give you that push when you need it. And in the meantime, I want you to bring all your energy, all your entrepreneurial drive to the table in this job. And that person is one of the most driven, powerful, charismatic people in our business today. Because I wasn't scared. You know what? He's a big guy. And he gave me a big, firm handshake at the end of that interview. And I literally thought to myself, can I handle another alpha in my business? Can I handle another person that's kind of a beast in my business? And I decided, yes, I can. We need energy. We need energy of all types in our business. And if we can only get people that, don't intimidate us a little bit with the amount of charisma and energy that they have, we're going to hold our business back. So I would say, that experience, that story has defined a lot of how our business has done well today, because we don't back down from people. We don't back down from letting people that have kind of large amounts of drive, enthusiasm, and energy come into our business. We don't block that off. We don't say, I'm scared, this person's entrepreneurial. But yeah, there's so many good things on this podcast on Friday. I just want to invite you guys to watch it. Charles Antis, man, he has such good stories and really good examples of roofing stories that you guys are going to love. and that will help inspire you. He says everyone needs to learn storytelling if you want to do marketing at a more persuasive level, and he'll give you tons of examples on how to do that well. I am just kind of giving you a couple examples for a marketing company. Jay Bradley says facts tell, stories sell. They can sell new clients, sell branding, sell culture. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's something that I think about a lot lately is marketing is not just for new business, it's for the employees, it's for new employees, but it's also for getting buy-in from your current employees. Another thing we talked about, God, I don't want to give it all away, but just like branding things internally, like you'll have to see examples on the podcast on Friday, but branding concepts and branding like almost like the mission internally, and really trying to get buy-in from your people. So I really appreciate you guys checking out this live. I'm always grateful to join you guys on Wednesdays. What else Wednesdays? What else you should be doing besides SEO, PPC, and website? You know, your SEO, PPC, and website are great for lead gen. There's so many more things that you can be doing for branding and storytelling and getting your team out there on social. Lots of great content that we put out lately that I hope you guys are checking out. There's one about getting your team involved with your marketing with Joseph Hughes on our YouTube right now. Super great. And yeah, appreciate everyone for saying what's up. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I always like kind of run through my topic really quick. So if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, I'm just talking about stories today. How they increase recall. If you tell a story, it increases recall. If you use humor, it increases recall. And what is brand if not something that gets sticky and stuck in people's minds? What is your brand story? Have you looked at it in a while? Have you refreshed it? Have you diligently got it out? Are you using pictures to tell the story? Are you getting folks in your team on board with the story? Are you using their stories? Are you talking about the importance of stories in sales? What else you guys want to talk about? Rocky, what's up? Eric, what's up? Jay Bradley, what's up? Saw Benny Fisher on here for a second. What's up? Let's get it. Let's get it today. I hope you guys are having a good one out here in beautiful North Oaks. Grateful to be alive. Grateful for your friendship, Rocky. Albeit through phones and stuff. Still real. Still counts. Snowy out here, Minnesota. Slushy. What is it like where you guys are at? I just posted on my thing this morning. This is another fun thing. I gotta sell a roof this next year, dude. Eric Richardson says, "Sup, my man, looks beautiful, crispy, cold." You know we on ice out here, bro. We staying cool. We on ice. Not as cool as you out there in sunny California, but we love you. I'm selling a roof this next year. I got to personally sell a roof. I've created a ridiculous amount of leads for a lot of roofing companies, and my team is creating leads diligently on a regular basis, but I've never sold one personally. I've never sold a roof personally. So I got to do it. And so I've just posted today, and I'm asking for anyone in Minnesota to hit me up because I want to sell a roof to you. And if you let me film it, not for insurance claims, if you let me film it, I'm going to personally contribute $500 towards your roof. I want to go through the real process of of selling a roof and I want to have more empathy for our clients and understand them, I'm also trying to create stories. This is a little bit like a stunt. I'm making stunts. I'm doing weird stuff that marketing agency owners don't do because I want stories. I'm trying to live my life in such a way that it's very interesting. So I can, partly because I want to create stories. I've wanted to do this before I got into marketing. Back in the day, I literally would go on adventures. Part of it is life's short. I want stories. You know, cowboys have an old saying, at least I got a story out of it. So even if you got a failure, and sometimes the most painful failures come with great stories, right? Rocky says, I have no doubt you'll sell a roof by March. Oh, that'd be awesome. I love it. I'm gonna film it for you guys and post it. Eric says, I'm going to tag my friends in Minnesota on your post and try to help. Thank you so much. I'm just so stoked. I got to learn some stuff before I get in. Obviously, I don't want to sell something that's not, great for the company. I'm going to be doing it for North Face Construction. They have a customer for life mentality and they'll back up what I sell, but normally they have the project consultant also, all through the project, and I'm looking forward to kind of hearing about that process and making sure I sell it accurately. I'll probably have training wheels on, so to speak, with another salesperson, but I'm excited to learn more. What were we talking about? At least I got a story out of it. Doing crazy stuff, doing interesting stuff so that, making stories, make some stories with you and your team. What can you do as a stunt this next year? What can you do as something that will create an interesting story this year with you and your team? What could you do that's interesting and crazy and fun for you and the people on your team? Let's make some stories this next year, huh? Let's have some things to talk about, not just for marketing, but for life. For you staying interested in your business, for you being fulfilled, and you just staying engaged and helping your team stay engaged. Y'all, appreciate you. Thanks for chatting with me this morning. Have a good one. Bye.